You earned decent money last month, and this month somehow, your account is already gasping for air. It's not because you're reckless. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because your brain is running 200,000-year-old code in a world that updates every 6 months. And that ancient operating system, the one that kept your ancestors alive when saber-toothed tigers roamed, is now bleeding you dry at Target. Here's what nobody tells you. Wealthy people don't have superhuman willpower. They've just learned to work with their Stone Age brain instead of fighting it. And the difference comes down to 3 neurological triggers that separate people who build wealth from people who watch it evaporate. Every single financial choice you make is filtered through hardware designed for a world that no longer exists. Your hunter-gatherer ancestors survived by making split-second decisions based on scarcity, status, and immediate payoff. Those same circuits are still firing. The problem: modern capitalism has weaponized them against you. Let me show you how. Trigger 1: the scarcity switch. Your brain has an ancient alarm system. When resources felt scarce, it screamed one message: hoard everything now or starve later. That kept your ancestors alive during brutal winters. Today, that same mechanism fires when you see only 2 left in stock on a product you didn't even want 5 seconds ago. Your amygdala, the primal fear center of your brain, doesn't know the difference between missing out on a limited edition sneaker drop and missing out on the last mammoth of the season. The response is identical: panic, urgency, and a compulsion to act now. This is why you buy things during flash sales that sit unopened for months. It's why clearance racks feel like life-or-death decisions. Retailers know this. Every "hurry before it's gone" message is a direct hack into your evolutionary wiring. But here's where it gets interesting. Wealthy people feel that same impulse. The difference: they redirect it. Instead of letting scarcity drive purchases, they let it drive saving. They automate money into accounts they can't easily access. They create artificial scarcity around their spending by making wealth accumulation feel urgent. The hoarding instinct doesn't disappear. It just gets aimed at a different target. Think about it. What if every month, before you saw your paycheck hit your main account, a chunk vanished into an investment fund? Your brain would adapt. It would hoard what's left. It would protect that hidden stash the same way it protects a secret snack drawer. The scarcity switch doesn't turn off. You just need to rewire what it's guarding. Trigger 2: the status chase. Let's go back 50,000 years. Your ancestor shows up to the tribe with a sharper spear, better animal hides, or the most impressive kill of the week. What happens? Respect resources. Mating opportunities. Status meant survival. Your brain still craves that validation. Desperately. That's why you feel a twinge when your neighbor pulls up in a newer car. Why expensive clothes feel like investment pieces, even when your closet is full. Why your 18-month-old phone suddenly feels outdated the second Apple announces a new model. Your brain sees status as a zero-sum game. If someone else is winning, you're losing. And losing, in evolutionary terms, meant death. But here's the trap. Modern society lets you fake status without actually having it. Credit cards. Buy now, pay later. Leases that make luxury accessible for a monthly fee. You can signal wealth without building it. Your brain gets the dopamine hit from the status display, but your bank account gets the damage. Wealthy people feel the same status drive. They just satisfy it differently. Instead of seeking validation through visible consumption, they seek it through net worth. Their dopamine doesn't come from Instagram likes on a new watch. It comes from seeing their investment account cross another milestone. The status game shifts from "what can I show" to "what do I own?" Here's the shift. When you start measuring status by assets instead of appearances, the whole game changes. You stop caring if your car impresses strangers. You start caring if your portfolio compounds faster than theirs. Same biological drive, different scoreboard. Trigger 3, the immediate reward bias. Your ancestors lived in a world where tomorrow was a genuinely dangerous assumption. Predators, disease, rival tribes. Planning for retirement wasn't a thing when you might not survive the week. So evolution wired your brain to prioritize now over later. Always. This is why saving for retirement at 65 feels impossible, but buying coffee every morning feels effortless. Spending money gives you something tangible right now. Saving gives you a number on a screen that might matter in 30 years. Your brain treats distant rewards like they don't exist. Economists call this hyperbolic discounting. Neuroscientists call it present bias. I call it the reason your 401k contributions feel like throwing money into a black hole, while a new jacket feels like living. But wealthy people hack this. They make future rewards feel immediate. They track net worth weekly, celebrating small wins like they just scored points in a game. They visualize financial freedom not as a vague concept decades away, but as something happening right now. They can almost taste it. Some even gamify it. Every dollar saved is a point. Every investment milestone is a level up. The brain stops seeing saving as deprivation and starts seeing it as progress. And progress triggers dopamine just as effectively as spending. Here's the brutal truth. Your brain doesn't care about your future self. Your future self is a stranger. But if you can trick your brain into feeling the reward today, through tracking, through visualization, through making the invisible visible, you can finally make peace with delayed gratification. The weaponization. Now here's where this gets dangerous. Modern capitalism didn't accidentally stumble into exploiting your Stone Age brain. It was engineered. Every limited time offer. Every people are viewing this item right now. Every one-click checkout button. Every influencer unboxing video. Behavioral psychologists working for trillion-dollar companies have spent decades mapping your evolutionary weak points. They know that scarcity triggers panic. They know that status triggers spending. They know that immediate rewards beat future ones every single time. And they've built an entire economic system designed to drain your bank account by exploiting the same instincts that once kept you alive. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're just a human with a hunter-gatherer brain navigating a world that treats your evolutionary wiring like a vending machine. But here's the thing. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you understand that your impulse to buy isn't a personal failing but a misfiring survival instinct, you can start working with your brain instead of against it. Automate savings so scarcity protects wealth instead of bleeding it. Redefine status as net worth instead of appearances. Make future rewards feel present through tracking and visualization. The same triggers that keep you broke can be redirected to make you wealthy. Wealthy people aren't special. They just figured out how to aim their caveman brain at the right target. Your ancestors survived by adapting to their environment. You can do the same. The environment has changed. The hardware hasn't, but the way you use it. That's entirely up to you. The problem was never you. It was always your brain running ancient code in a modern world. Now you know how to rewrite it.